Okay. Powder as a dosage form is actually a preparation that contains one or more active ingredients. Is a preparation that contains one or more active ingredients with or without excipient in a finely divided state. Powder is a preparation that contains one or more active ingredients with or without excipients in a finely divided state. So I wouldn't want to go deep into what you did in your first year. So after this class, go home and revise the topic again, so we don't waste time, because we have limited time and we have two preparations to make. So I wouldn't want us to waste our time. But I just want to introduce it a bit so that we can take it off from there. Then we have two main categories. We have bulk powder, we have bulk powders, and we have divided powders. We have bulk powders and we have divided powders. Of course, I have already told you that powder preparation can contain one or more active ingredients, right? When it contains only one active ingredient, it's referred to as simple powder. Simple powder has just one active ingredient. But when it has more than one active ingredient, it is referred to as compound powder. But for the purpose of this particular practical, the category we are looking at is bulk powders and what? Divided powders. Bulk powders, they package everything in one big container, just like your dusting powder. This is what the last set did. Just like your dusting powder. You know your dusting powder, right? So it's a type of what? Bulk powder. Everything is here in one big container, right? But there are some that are we know as the what? We call them divided powder. Those ones are wrapped in separate what? Paper or sachet. Now recently they use a sachet to package it. But those days, who has seen this package powder they call teething powder? Children normally they normally use it for children. It packaged in a box and folded paper. I don't know if this generation come across it. I know that we use this so much then, but now most of them now are packaged in sachets, like your alabukum powder, and many of them, they are in separate small packs. Those one in separate small packs, packaged in a bigger container, and are called what? Divided powder. Do you know why they are called divided powder? All you need to do just each of the dose is packaged in small pack, small sachet or folded in a paper. Each dose you want to administer is in that form. So that's why it's called what? Divided powder. But as for bulk powder, it's just like it. If you want to use it, you open it and take, maybe for the same powder, you take the quantity you need and apply. Is that clear? So that's the difference between them. Then for the bulk powders, we have bulk powders for internal use. The one you take, either you mix them with water, whatever you take. Then we have the one we call bulk powder for external use, the one you apply on the skin, on some cavities. Is that clear? So for the purpose of today's practical, we are going to look at bulk powder specifically. Is that clear? So by God's grace, we are trying as much as possible to look at the bulk powder for internal use and bulk powder for what? External use. Are we together? Good. So I wouldn't want us to waste time. Can you remember what I told you? Did I tell you anything about how to report your practicals in our last class? Okay. Because once we start the practical work now, everywhere will be somehow in disarray. I will not be able to do it. Now let me show you something. Where is your report book first? Let's start from there. Now, in your report book, Please, whatever I'm saying now, make sure that you put it down so that you will be able to follow suit. Now, if you open your report book now, I want to use this as a sample, okay? This is those ones that I did there in last year. So what I want you to do for me is this. Just the same way, you know, if you can remember your scientific method now, your way of reporting practicals, scientific work, it's just the same thing, but there are some modifications. So where you have your title, your theory, your aim, what you want to do, and the equipment you and the apparatus and what have you. So what you do is this. For the purpose of this particular course, what you do is this. If you open the first page of your work, you start internally here like this. The topic or the particular product we want to produce. If it is like now we want to produce dusting powder. The first one is dusting powder. Is that clear? So all you need to do is this. You write it in bold letter. Dusting powder. Is that clear? Good. By the time I write a formula on the board, then you can take it off from there. But I just want to tell you where you write the title of what you are producing. Everything is in bold letter like this. Like this. Is that clear? Then command the quantity of it. The quantity you are producing. If it's 30 grams, if it's 100 grams, you write it. Then all your calculation, because there's calculation. Because you need to calculate the exact amount of the ingredient you need for the preparation. So the calculations should be on the left hand side. So all your calculations you should be on the left hand side. So if this place filled up, don't jump here. This is just for the other write-ups. So all your calculation should be this thing she did here is wrong. All your calculation should be here for a particular word practical. Is that clear? Good. Now, after this, now, what I want you to do for me is this. Here you write theory for me here. Write theory for me here. Now, please, before that theory, please write aim. Okay? Aim. The aim of the practical is to prepare what? Aim of the practical is to prepare the specific product you want to prepare. Is that clear? The specific product you want to do what? Prepare. Then after that now, the next step is theory. What I mean by theory here is that the topic we are talking about is what? Powder, right? You do research. Go home. I'll give you just one day. Go home, do thorough research. I didn't say you should copy each other or go and copy one. Read that material, get the materials on powder, study the material, then write your theory, write just at least one of this long page, at least one. But that your write-up should be divided into 2 paragraphs. Is that clear? The first paragraph, you write in total, you write everything you know about what? Pharmaceutical powders. Is that clear? Powders. As the dosage form and what have you. Then the second paragraph now, you now tailor it down to the topic in question, the particular products you want to do what? You produced. Write about that what? Products. Is that clear? Write about that what? Products. Do a thorough research. If what we are producing is this zinc oxide and the blah blah blah, the dosing powder, research on that particular dosing powder. There are different dosing powders. Is that clear? Research on that particular one and write on it in the second paragraph. At least 1 full page for your write-up. Then after that, the next thing you write is you list your what? Apparatus. You list your what? Apparatus. So as you are doing your work, watch all the apparatus you are using for the practical. Write down all the apparatus you use. Is that clear? Good. Now, after the apparatus now, you go to the method. This is where you write down how you prepared it. Please, while writing your method, don't say I added, we added. No. We weighed, used, reported. Don't use first person, I did. Simply say this so was added, was weighed, was measured. Is that clear? Don't say I did, we did. Say 20 gram of zinc oxide was weighed and added. That's how I want you to do what? Present your what? Method. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes.
Good. Then after that now, you draw your label. You draw your what? Label. This what you are working with is what? Let's assume it depends on the one you want to write the label on. Let's assume it's for dusting powder. Of course, dusting powder is for external use. It's not for internal use. It's an example of bulk powder for what? External use. So you write here for external use. Please, this label should be in red. Anything label, especially water, has to do with this additional label that has to do with warning that if that is talking about anything external. Use what? Red pen. Don't use what? Blue or black pen. For external use only, you write the title of your preparation, the quantity. Then there are two types of preparations. There's preparation known as what? Official preparations and unofficial one. I told you about this in the last class when I asked you I don't think it's your class. Is for official preparations. Official preparations are the one that you get the formula from the official books, like BP, BPC, and what have you. These ones, their formula is in the what? Official book. So if the formula is in the official books, in your label, you don't need to start listing them the way it is. Is that clear? All you need to do is just write the name of what you did, and that's all. Storage, you would write where it should be stored, how it should be stored. Of course, powder should be stored in a cool, dry place. True of us? Good. Then, but for unofficial listing, you have to list everything the way it is. Is that clear? Good. Now, after that now, of course now, powder should be protected from what? Sunlight, right? It should be protected from what? Sunlight. Now, another thing I want you to note here is that the manufacture date, the date you manufactured it is today, right? You write today's date. Then, please, this is a extemporaneous preparation that has no preservative, even though yes, we know that it is external, but even at that, what you do if you want to write, what you write, don't write expiry date and keep. What you write for me is this: just write discard. Like for this particular preparation now, you calculate the number of like 2 weeks now. 2 weeks. It should be 2 to 4 weeks, but use 2 weeks. Calculate 2 weeks from today. Is that clear? Then write discard after that date. If it is today is what? 7th, right? 14 plus 7 is 21, right? Discard after 21st November 2025. Don't write expiry date. Is that clear? Please, just write discard after, so that it will be what? Because if you write it is extemporaneous. Let's assume you are actually preparing this for somebody that enters your office. Maybe this person maybe the person came to get it for another person, and there are this general understanding that every pharmaceutical product has up to, after the expiry date, it can still be used for like 3 months. People have this at the back of their mind, but this is extemporaneous preparation that most of them don't have preservative. Exactly, that even 2 weeks serves, especially those who are used internally, even after 2 weeks serve, it's dangerous to still do what? Use them. So if you start saying expiry date, some may see it and just assume it's one of those ones. It's not. Didn't that date told me that after 3 months you can still use it? No, but be specific. Discard after a particular date so that they'll take it seriously. That is, if what we are giving the person is extemporaneous. Is that clear? But prefabricated, the one can stay for 2 years, they can simply say expiry date. And of course, some people may use it for like 2 months after. I'm not too happy. Is that clear? But in this case, this is extemporaneous. We take it what? Seriously. Is that clear? Good. Now, then you now write, you that prepared it, you write your name here. Is that clear? Even though here we know that you work in group, right? But the label you put here, you write your name here. But that's what you submit. You write, where you write it is you write you are the manufacturer, and so that group you write group 1A or 1B. I am okay with that. I work together. So this is how. Then after that now, you will tell me the product you produce. What is the indication of what you produce? Is that clear? You know what I mean by indication. What is it used for? Is that clear? That thing you produce, what is it used for? So you write it. After writing what the product is used for, then each of the ingredients in the product, those ingredients are not there for jokes. There's something they are doing in that particular product. Now, each of the ingredients, now you write what they do in that product. Are we together? You write what the ingredient is doing in that particular product. The role of the ingredients in the product. So that's why I say, after today's work, you submit your product, but go home and do proper research on here before you write here. Don't copy each other. Do research. If you take it seriously and do research and report your work, you appreciate what you are doing. Is that clear? You will learn a lot from what you've known before about powder and any other product you are going to produce. Anytime they wake you up, you can talk about that product. That's one thing behind it that some people don't know. So don't just be. It's not usual this thing where people will just be copying. Don't copy anybody, because if you copy, I'll find out. Of course, now I know how to find out. So, but what I want you to do is, for your own good, ensure you do the research yourself, and you will not regret doing it. Then, if there is any if there's any questions, the additional questions, I will give you in the practical. You then answer it after writing on the indications and of the product and the roles of the individual ingredient. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. So that is how to report. Then for your practical work, how you work depending on what is available with us. Is that clear? So, but the most important is that everybody will participate in one way or the other. Now, after the practicals, your product will be submitted to her, right? Before you submit your product, she will check everything, all the equipment you used, and where you worked, how clean it is. If she's satisfied with where you worked and what you work with, she will collect your product. Make sure you write your name, sign out, write your group. Don't scatter it. If group 1 is 1A is submitting, all of you go together. As you submit, you write your name sequentially before the next group. Any other group that want to go and submit, all of you, not when I have group 1A, number 1 in list. Somebody else in group 1A will appear at number 10. Don't scatter it. I have reason for that. Is that clear? So, as I told you, everything we are doing here, how you work here, has its own mark, because I'll be here watching you. How you work here has its own mark. Your report book has its own mark. Your product has its own mark. Your theory has its own mark. So take it seriously. Are we together? Any question? If you have any question, feel free to ask. Okay.
So is it possible to write this aim you just mentioned from the book on the board so we can know how to arrange it?
Write what? Aim?
Yes, the aim, the theory, yes, the guide, just to know how to do it.
Are you serious?
Yes, it works.
So all this while I have been talking, you were not putting. We are not in primary school. I can't be writing tests on the board for you. No, I won't do that. This is not primary school, please. So all this while I have been talking, you are just there.
Yes, I could just recall to just it.
I should recall what? Wow. You put it down, right? Hello? You put it down, right? I saw you. Show them, please. We are not in primary school. Please. Show them. Take from her, please.
So after the class,
Please, after the class, please. Man, it's those in even the JSF, JS1, JS2, they don't do it. It's primary school that they write on board for. If you're in class, there are some things that we say, you put it down immediately, or you I permitted you to record my voice. Record it. Record it. Okay. So I've told you about what is it called? About bulk powders and divided powders. So today we look at bulk powders. By God's grace, we'll try as much as possible to do practical on bulk powder for internal use and bulk powder for external use. Yes, even though I said that due to the situation on ground, if you are writing your label for official, you don't need to list all the ingredients. Is that clear? But for the purpose of this practical, I'm going to give you the formula on the board. Then, don't worry. I know why I want you to list it in the label for me. Let me see it. Is that clear? But I'm trying to let you know so that in case you see yourself in another setting, you know exactly the right thing to do. What to do. Are we together? Yes, because I'm not giving you now the formula. So I want you to So let's look at zinc, starch, and talc dusting powder. Let's look at zinc, starch, and talc dusting powder. Look at this question. Look at this prescription. Am I concreting? The prescription may come. Remember, you are there. The prescription now enters the pharmacy, right? To compound. You see, the prescription may look like this. Patient name. Draw a box like this on your notes. Draw a box like this. Okay? Then write patient. You put colon. You say, make it big, please. Or maybe you wait I call out, you can now close it. Anyhow, just listen. Patient, colon. Mr. Obi Okeke. Mr. Obi Okeke, comma, 30 Bosse Street. 30 Bosse Street, comma, Lagos State. Lagos, sorry. 30 Bosse Street, Lagos. Then under that you write age. 47 years. Prescription, colon. Zinc, comma. Starch. And the talc dusting powder BPC. And talc dusting powder BPC. You know what BPC is, right?
No.
Mamma mia. You don't know? Okay. We had taught reference books in your first semester. BT 151. Reference books. What of BP? You know what BP is, right? And see how I was even taking that. Okay, it's okay. No, you should listen carefully. Listen carefully, please. Please, let me say one or two things there, please. One else, please. See, I say something about official preparation and unofficial preparations. Now, official preparation now, their formula has been established. It's in the official books. The official books we have BPC. BPC means British Pharmaceutical Codex. British Pharmaceutical Codex. We have BP. BP means British Pharmacopoeia. We have other pharmacopoeias from other countries. So we have Indian Pharmacopoeia, IP. There are many of them. Is that clear? But the one we use mainly here. Then we also have USP, United States Pharmacopoeia. Have you ever bought any drug? You see the name of the drug, so paracetamol, USP, BP. What it means that particular paracetamol was produced using the formula they got from that particular official book. Is that clear? Then we also have NF. NF means National Formulary. Is that clear? BNF means British National Formula. There are a lot of official books. So any name you see and attached like that is telling you that it is official preparation. The formula is already stated in the official books. Is that clear? But here now, I am giving you. I just want to get free formula and give you. We now work on it. Am I communicating? So now, this one now, the direction for use. The direction for use. Yes. After the prescription, yes, under it. Yes, under it. Yeah. Apply at night. Meter. Color. Are you with us? Are you sure? You know what meter is? You know what meter is? Okay, meter means send. You did Latin abbreviations, right? In your first year. Wow, it's okay. No issues. Meter means what? Send. Is that clear? Send. Okay? Send. So, send 30 gram. Send 30 gram. in your pharmaceutical calculation now, in your pharmaceutical calculation, you are doing farm calc now, right? BDT 253, right? Yes. In your farm calc now, you still do a topic called enlargement and reduction of formula. Have you done it already?
No.
Enlargement and the reduction of formula. So I will use this particular practical now to introduce it to you, so that by the time you do it in class, it will not be an issue for you. But at the same time, you need it in all your practical. Are we together? Please listen, please. Listen, please. Because we are about to enter calculations. So just listen. I need the attention now, please. No distraction. This is the prescription that comes to you in your what? Pharmacy. But I will write a formula for you now on the board. When we say formula in pharmaceutical, it's not almighty formula. X is equal to 2p. No, it's not formula for force. F is equal to ma. No, we mean by formula we mean a list of all the ingredients you need for the particular what preparation and the amount of the what ingredients. Simple. Exactly. That's what we mean by formula in pharmaceutical what preparations. Now, having said that, please help me with this. Thank you. So having said that, we move. So look at, I'll give you a formula I want us to use, okay? Look at this formula. Zinc oxide, okay? Starch, purified talc, are we together? So the amount 250 gram and 500 gram and 500 gram. Are we together? Now, this is the formula. Now, there's something I want to let you know. There's what we call master formula, and the actual formula you use. Now, from here now, this is the master formula. This on the board is master formula. If you watch, look up. There's something I want to teach you. Look up. There's a formula you will see. You see here zinc oxide 250 gram, starch 250 gram, purified talc 500 gram, right? Good. What it means is that if you want to get the total weight of amount of the products you have, it will be what? It should be what? 1,000 grams, right? It should be what? 1,000 grams, right? Good. But what of situation whereby you see a particular ingredient, maybe the last one you see toe. Let's assume you see toe, even though this amount does not fit in, but I just want you to teach you something. If you see toe, they're not the same thing. The two statements are not the same thing. The first one, there's no toe here, right? What it means is that you weigh exactly this amount, weigh this amount, and mix, right? But if you see toe, what it means is that you weigh this one, mix, then now use this one to make it up to 500 grams. Is that clear? this exists more in liquid preparation. When we enter liquid preparation, you appreciate it more. So, but let me just clean it so I don't confuse you. Now look at this thing now. Sorry, wait, sorry. How many gram did that say you should send?
30 grams.
Send 50. Send 50. Change it to 50. You get why? Change it to 50. Now, look up. This formula is called master formula. This is what? Master formula. I'm going back to what I told you about I'm going back to what I told you about what is it called? About enlargement of formula and the reduction of what? Formula. Enlargement of formula and reduction of formula. What you have in the master formula, this formula can produce 1,000 grams of powder. True of us? But we are told to send how many grams? 50 grams of powder. This formula, as you are given, can produce 1,000 grams. But we are told to send 50 grams. So who can tell me what do we do to this formula to be able to send 50 grams? Do we enlarge the formula or do we reduce the formula? We do what? Good. We do what? Reduce the formula. But in general, whether you are enlarging the formula or reducing the formula, we have different methods of doing that. We can do that by factor method or by direct proportion. But let me use factor method because you appreciate it better more. Look up. What you are going to do to this thing, in order to get all the ingredients as required, you get a factor that can help you to achieve that. And that factor is this. That factor. To get that factor, you divide the amount to produce, are we together? By the amount in the words master. Is that clear? Amount to produce by the amount in the master formula. Now let's go. The amount to produce is what? Is what?
50 grams.
Is what?
50 grams.
What is that?
The sum.
Okay. 50 grams divided by what? By what?
1,000.
Is 1,000 now? 1,000 what? What's the answer? What's the answer? Huh? No, you can't be.
0.0.
Someone say 200. 0. What? 0.05. So the factor is 0.05. If this factor is less than 1, it will become what? Reduction factor, right? Yes. But if the factor is greater than what? 1, it becomes what? Enlargement factor. So what it means is that if the factor is less than 1, that means you are reducing the what? Formula. But if the factor is more than 1, you are doing what? Enlarging the what? Formula. Is that clear? So since we are divided 50 grams by 1,000 grams, now the factor, is it less than 1 or more than 1?
Less than 1.
So we are reducing the what? Formula. So what you are going to do now, so that means reduction factor is now what? 0.05. So now what we're going to do is that we are going to use this 0.05 to multiply all the amount of ingredients. Is that clear?
Yes.
Is that clear? If you are lost, let me know. So this times 0.05 is what? Times 0.05. Times 0.05. Oh yeah, what's the answer? 250 grams times 0.05. 12.5 gram. 250, okay, the same thing, right? 500 grams times 0.05. Huh?
25.
Please, is there a marker? This is not writing well. Add all of them. What did they give you? 50 grams.
Yes.
You have reduced this formula. And you have proportionally get the actual ingredient you need to get 50 grams of the powder. Is that clear? Are we good? Are we good? Yes. But there is something I want to point out. There is something I want to point out. And it's very important. Now let me ask you. Let me know those that think deeply. Let me ask you. If you weigh 12.5 grams of zinc oxide and weigh 12.5 grams of starch, weigh purified talc BP 25 grams and mix everything. Then, if you want to package it, do you think you can get 50 grams of the entire product? Why do you say so? Who said no? Huh? Spill?
Air can take some.
Any other reason why you cannot get exact 50 grams? Any other reason?
And whatever you use to miss.
God bless you. God bless you. Now, there can be loss if you just. Okay, thank you. If you just weigh exact 12.5 grams and weigh exact 25 grams and mix, you will never get 50 grams that you package. Reasons for that are as follows. One, there can be loss either by accident. Maybe as you are doing, something may happen, group, two of us, or if there's no accident, it's not fixed. It's not. Why is it? Okay, you don't fix it. Okay. Or if there is no accident at all, there can be transference loss. Just as you want to transfer, you have weighed. Kudos. That thing you weighed to transfer it to the motor, breeze, air, around can take some. Then as you mix in your motor, to get it back again, some will stick to the walls. You cannot get it back again complete. So to avoid that, we add what is called overage. Called what? Say it. It's not well fixed. What's going on?
Yeah, it's working. Yeah, that light is working.
It's not supposed to be blinking. It's a sign that it's not working.
It's supposed to be blinking.
Okay, overage. Overage is called what? Overage. We add what? Overage. Are we together? Now, what is overage? I've already explained what overage is, right? Overage is all this, the surplus quantity of each of the ingredients you add, so as to be able to get what? The exact amount And to avoid shortening the amount of the product due to what losses that may be from transference loss or sticking to the walls of the container or the mortar you use in mixing. Now, but the big question is this: how do you now add overage? Do you just take any amount you like and start adding anyhow? If you do it, you mess up the product. So the overage you are going to add, listen carefully. I did this one for when you don't, for you to understand how to do it. I didn't add overage here, right? Now, but the actual practical, you must add your overage. So I'm going to generate another formula now where overage is added. Now, to do that now, to do the overage should be proportional. You don't just add overage anyhow. If you do it, you will mess up the products. Now, so the simplest way to do it is you add your overage in your factor, the factor you have calculated. Is that clear? Here we got 0.06. 30 gram, even though as you're adding the factor, please be careful so that you don't waste ingredients. As you're adding overage to your listen, don't waste ingredients. But at least to be on a safe side, you may say, okay, multiply 0.05 by 2. What is the answer? That should be 0.1, right? 0.1, right?
Yes.
0.1, right? Okay. Yes. Okay. So you say it's what? Zero. So that means if you double the factor, that means most of the things here will be somehow doubled, right? That's the meaning. You can also say, let me cut it in between. You can say, okay, let me do 0.5. You can do 0.08. Is that clear? Is that clear? You can do 0.08 as your As you can use 0.08 as your factor. Are we together? Now, so we will not generate the formula, the actual formula you use for your practical work. So here we are multiplying through by 0 point what? 0 point what? 0 point what? What will it give you? 250 gram times 0.08 is what? 20 gram. Yes. Here, uncle. Huh? Here, uncle.
40.
Huh?
40.
40.
Yes.
40. So at the end, everything is what? 80 gram. Good. No matter how loss occur, at least you can get what? 50 gram. So what it means is that if you want to do this practical now, you weigh 20 gram of this, 20 gram of this, 40 gram of this. When you are done mixing totally from the entire, even if you mix all that, you may not get up to 80 gram again. You will not. From there, you weigh out what? 50 gram. If you mix properly, uniformly, and weigh out 50 gram, they will contain that exact 12.5 gram, 12.5 gram, and what? But in your formula, in your label, don't write this. This should not appear in your label. What should appear in your label is the actual quantity. Why? Because what you are packaging is 50 gram. So what it should be is 12.5, and what? 25. You don't write it because you're not packaging 80 gram. You just did it so that you can take care of any loss that may occur. Are we together? Are we together? So this is how to make use of what? Overage. Then,
Sir, this calculation we are doing, we want to put it in our note. It should be on the left.
yes, left side, yes. All calculation should be on the left side, yes. I want you to be neatly placed there so that I will see what you are doing. Don't mix it up with your write-up, okay? Now, another thing I want us to look at is, you did geometric dilution in your first year, right? When mixing powder. Were you taught that? Huh? Okay, it's okay. Let's go through it. I think that's the last thing we'll do. Then you start to have practical work. Because, you know, if you are mixing powders, be very careful as you mix what? Powders. Be very careful as you do what? Mix powders. Not just powders alone. Anything you are mixing. Do you know why? Mixing is a very important step in any preparation you are doing. It's a very important step in every preparation you are doing. If you make mistake in your mixing. Okay, let me even start from the one you know at home. Have you ever been served the food? Have you ever been served a plate of rice or a plate of beans or any food? Only for you to eat. You take one spoon, no salt, no taste, right? You take another spoon, very, very salty. Yeah. Have you ever experienced that? You take another spoon, nothing. Another spoon, pepper. That means that they did not mix it what? Very well. Now, take a look there. Now. Assume that this thing now is drug. Where they told you that inside that particular medicine, inside it we have 50 milligrams of a particular active ingredient. Maybe it may be syrup. And they will tell you that 5 ml contains so amount. If you don't mix it if you don't mix it well, somebody can take 5 ml without any active ingredient inside it. Will it work for the person? Now let's go for tablet. They'll tell you that paracetamol tablet, inside that tablet contains 500 milligrams. Do you know why they can tell you wholeheartedly, confidently that one tablet contains 500 milligrams? Do you know the reason? The reason is because they know that they mix it properly. And even they did not mix it properly, some tablets may contain like 20 milligrams. Some tablets may contain because they mix everything in one vessel before they start tableting it. Hope you know. They didn't mix for one tablet and go and they tablet it and come back again. Mix another one for one tablet. How many tablets are they going to produce in a day? No. They mix everything in a big vessel, mix it properly, and then start tableting it. So if they did not mix it well, what it means is that some of the tablets may not even have paracetamol inside it, while some may have up to 1,000 milligrams. Is that clear? So, in order to mix well, you use what is called what? Geometric what? Dilution, or doubling up. Doubling up or geometric what? Dilution. Doubling up or geometric what? Dilution. Doubling up or geometric what? Dilution. Or geometric dilution. Are we together? Okay, so listen up. Now, how do we do this doubling up or geometric dilution? How do we do it? This is how we do it. What's time, sir? What's time? Man, anyway, it's okay, no problem. Even if we will not do anything today, at least I've introduced. You know, I assume that there are a lot of things that you did not do. There are lots, and that's why it's taking time like this. I would have just go straight, but it's okay, no problem. That's why we are here. We'll see how we can patch up those ones. Are we together? Good. So even if we aren't able to do anything today, no problem. Next week we'll run the practical. But it's better you understand what you're doing now. This is the foundation. If you understand this, you are good to go. In fact, next week you can even run 4 practicals at once, because you have understood the foundation. That may we may even do that safe as depending on what we have, the ingredient we have on ground. Okay, now let's just continue, please. I want you to understand this. But the one I explained so far is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
It's clear, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's go to doubling, how to do geometric what? Dilution. Please don't forget the difference between this formula with overage and the actual formula you are working with. This is your master formula, the one given back to you to work, or the one in the okay. Let me bring this idea of master formula to you so you understand it better. Companies, let's assume now I am my company now. I have a company, right? Maybe Chetana Pharmaceutical, producing dusting powder, right? She know that my company will produce in thousands of what? Thousands of bottles, right? Yes. Thousands of bottles. It's not 1, 2, 3, no. A batch may produce up to 20,000 bottles. True of us? Now, but this is the formula given to me, right? And I want to produce, and each of the bottle I produce will contain 50 grams, for example now, or 100 grams. You see that I will do the calculation and then enlarge this formula so that everything will be, I can produce up to 20,000 bottles. So the formula I'm going to use, if I'm going to weigh now, I'll be weighing in kilograms. Hope you know.
Yes.
I'll weigh each in what? Kilograms. Of course, we have industrial mixers. It's not this one we are doing with our pestle and mortar. No, we have a big industrial mixers. I'll be weighing each of them in kilograms, up to 20 kilograms, 30 kilograms, depending on the quantity I want to do what produce. We have enlarged the what formula and mixed everything in one vessel. When we are done now, we'll start packaging it in each of the what bottles. But we must put what overage, because there will be losses, and the loss will be much. So we need to put much overage so as to cater for those losses. But at the end, the one we are packaging is the quantity we need. Is that clear? So that's exactly what happens. So now, this is a master. This one is just the formula we are going to use to produce, but it's not a formula that should be in label because it's not the actual quantity. But if you mix well, once you take 50 grams from here, it must contain 12.5 grams of this, 12.5 grams of this, and what? And how many grams of this? How many? 25 grams, right? Of this. Now let's talk about what is it called? Let's talk about mixing, right? Doubling up. This is how to do doubling up. Huh? Did I do what? Close it. Yes, close. Now, see how to do the doubling up. You know, the quantity of this, if you get a big amount of powder, if you get 2 powders now, one is big and one is small, and you just take the small one and pour inside the big one and start mixing, they will not mix well. Are you aware? They will not mix well. Why? because of their difference in their what quantities. Is that clear? So to avoid that, that's why we're using doubling method. Let me use these 3 powders as an example now. In doubling method, see what you do. If you have like 2 powders or more, you start from the one with the smallest quantity. The one that had the smaller or the smallest quantity. Let's assume you have 2 powders. Let me do 2 powders first. If you have powder A and powder what? B. If you have powder A and powder what? B. You get the powder A. Powder A. Let's assume the powder A is the one that had smaller quantity, right? Get that one first. If you get that one, you put it in your what? Mortar. Okay? Let's assume this one is 5 grams. Okay? You get this one first. And this one is normally is 100 grams. You get that smallest or smaller one, depending on the quantity or number of powders in question. Put this 5 grams here. Don't carry the whole B and pour. Weigh exactly 5 grams of B. Weigh exactly what? And put here. Then mix them in one direction, in one what? Direction. And don't apply too much pressure. Just mix them properly. When they are properly mixed, what is here is now how many grams?
10 grams.
10 grams, right?
Yes.
You take the same 10 grams from here and add here, right?
Yes.
And keep mixing. When they mix properly, what do you have left here?
20.
You take 20 grams from here and add here and keep mixing. When they mix properly, what will remain? What will be inside? You take 40 grams from this and put. This is what you keep doing until you exhaust this one. If you do it well, you have properly mixed the 2 powders. That's what we call geometric what? Dilution or doubling up. Is that clear? Then let me just use this one as an example. Look, this one and this one are of the same quantity, right?
Yes.
Zinc oxide and this, so no need. What you need to do, just take 20 grams of this and this and put in what? Mortar. Okay? If you take 20 grams of this and this and put in mortar, you calm down because they are the same. You mix them properly. If you're not mixing them, what do you have remaining there? You take 40 grams of this and pour and mix properly and you're good to go. This one is straight because of their quantities. Is that clear? This is how to do geometric what? Dilution or doubling up. Are we together? Are we together? Alright, so follow that step in mixing your powders and you don't have issues. Any question? Any question? Any question? Ask.
So, you said, I thought you said you want to give us formula for overage.
You say, I want to. We are part of our system.
Okay, how did you get them?
My God, what's going on here? I'm confused though. My goodness. Let me understand your issue. Let me understand.
You said for ovary.
Yes.
Then I heard when you were saying you should multiply that 0.05 times 0. We got 0.1.
Mm-hmm.
Then this 0.08 as we used to multiply. How did you get it?
That means you are discussing, and it's very bad in class. If you were looking at me, you wouldn't ask the question you're asking now. You were distracted along the line. That's the fact. You may not want to accept it, but that's the fact. That's the fact. You may not want to accept it, but that's the truth. You are distracted. Please, in class, please always listen, please. Do you know why I say you are distracted? Because if you are looking at me, you will see when I did it. And even if you didn't understand what I did, you would have come and attached immediately. But your mind was not there. So it looked like magic. Where did 0.08 come from? Because you are distracted. Please let our mind be here. Please, I beg in the name of God. Listen. I said that we can double it. If you multiply that 0.05 by 2, you get to what? 0.1. But I said 0.1. If you now multiply everything, it will look at double of this thing. I would say that it may lead to waste of what? Ingredients. As I say, okay, let's go halfway. I now say, okay, let's take 0.08 instead of 0.1. Is that clear? Had it been we used 0.1, we'll get 100 grams here. I say, okay, let's use 0.08 and got 80. I say 80 is not bad. At least it's not too much. But at least I'm sure that there's no way we can mix and cannot get 50 grams from it.
Okay, when we are doing our own practical, can we just assume to use something?
Use what?
Like you said, since 0.1 is too big, it's like wastage of ingredient. You said let's just use 0.08. So can we also do our own like that?
Before you do anything, there are two things you put into consideration. Ingredient wastage. Number one. See, if I want to let anybody to come here and waste ingredients, we don't have enough. You think of ingredient waste. Then we also think of, apart from the ingredient waste, we also consider getting what you need. That's why I struck it halfway like this. Is that clear? So if you decide to use 0.7, no issues. But I assume that using 0.1 is like doubling everything. It will be much. Am I communicating? Yes. So the most important thing in the overage is that your overage should be what? Proportional. So there will be no mistake in your work. Any other question? Any other question? What's time now? All right, let's run practicals. Let's run it, okay? Yes, it's important we run it. We can. We can achieve that, okay? Let's run it. All right, let's go.